what are the current legal challenges that you think face psychedelic research so that we can enable more people to have these guided journeys by psychologists or psychiatric experts so that they can help to resolve some of their trauma or other things going on?
Okay, so to answer this question, what I want to remind people of is in the old days, there was just healer, and our healers were both medical and spiritual healers. And our Western society has separated those roles where pure science is in the hand of the doctors and pure spirit is in the hands of the clergy. And psychedelics dance in both worlds. And I can understand that if you were to say, well, wait a minute, if we give psychedelics to the clergy, they don't have the latest knowledge of my brain and my body to keep me safe. Totally fair. And if we said psychedelics belongs only to medicine, the same argument is they don't have the latest knowledge of the spirit community to help me on my journey of consciousness, which is beyond my journey around my diagnosis. So we do need to have a reconciliation. And there are 3 ways people meet psychedelics in America. Some want the medical model, some want the ceremonial model, and some want that decrim model that we were talking about a moment ago. You brought up access. So in addition to the libertarian, no adult should tell another adult what to put in their body, part of what makes the decriminalization model so powerful is access. People who don't have the money to afford a medical treatment but can grow their own mushrooms, they are also protected in a decriminalization model, which then brings us back to not everybody can have the ... Not everyone can get the integration. Not everyone can get the coach. Not everyone can get the therapist. Not everyone can get the guide. And that is true. And these psychedelics, Alan Watts used to say, okay, if you give somebody a piano, or guitar is what he used actually, and said, anyone, hand them a guitar, and they move the strings, they can make music, but it's not great music. But you give it to someone who really knows how to play, and they can tell stories, and they can make you cry, and they can make you laugh all with the guitar. The same thing is kind of true with psychedelics. Anyone can take a psychedelic and have an experience. And in the hands of a great guide, I think it can be even a better experience. What I try to remind people of is let's not let perfect get in the way of more and of good. People can meet all these different ways. I don't need to make sure that every experience is the perfect experience when these medicines are relatively safe. They're not addictive by and large. And I do want more people to have access, and then they can make the decision. So that's a long way to then say, so where are we legally in this country? Well, we have ketamine legal in all 50 states. We have 2 states, Colorado and Oregon, that have decriminalized psychedelics and have created a medical framework for them to operate. We have cities across the country, from Washington, D.C. to Ann Arbor, Michigan to Medford, Massachusetts, that have decriminalized these medicines. We're getting momentum. And it's because of all of these things working together. It's the academics that are feeding the journalists, that are feeding the consumers, and people saying, oh, I was told a bunch of crap for 50 years. I wasn't told the truth. Now I hear the truth. I think I want access to these. And whether I want to take the psychedelic or not, I want to have access. So we're seeing it shift. We're seeing decrim natures chapters across the country that's fighting for decriminalization. And we have right now somewhere between 200 and 2,000 psychedelic churches in America operating under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, saying our country was founded on religious freedom. Most of our state constitutions have that baked in. And there's no question that these powerful sacraments, these entheogens, have been used in ceremonial use for thousands of years. And I want to use them not because I have a diagnosis, but because I want to connect with my sacred. And I should be allowed to do that. And I do wonder if this particular Supreme Court and this particular world we're in might be the best to have that discussion in front of. It's a really interesting time to be alive for this. And again, I think all 3 things are moving the needle forward. All 3 things need to coexist. And all 3 things are supportive of each other.